All right, it's your boy Right Guys back with another Right Guys video, the home of common sense, truth, and funny. We make content to motivate and inspire you to become your most exceptional self. Our motto here at Right Guys is become exceptional or suffer. All right, so Candace Owens, the popular political analyst, popular social media influencer, I even call her. She went on the whatever podcast and basically just addressed this whole panel of whores, straight up whores versus Candace Owens, bro. She kind of destroyed these people like this whole podcast. It's 4 hours long. I ain't watched the whole thing. I just like kind of skipped to certain points in the podcast. They talk about marriage, dating, what modern dating, what is different types of relationships, and obviously, you can assume or you can kind of guess that Candace Owens ends up disagreeing with these whores on a lot on a lot about these subjects, man. So yeah, I want to show y'all this clip right here where she addresses one of these whores for just wearing a cross. It's like, yo, why are you wearing a cross if you don't actually believe in Christianity or identify as a Christian? You know, kind of just disrespecting everybody that does, because cross stands for something, and like billions of people worship that religion. So why are you just wearing the cross? But anyway, let's check it out.
I don't think that it's up to any of us what constitutes a marriage, because every relationship is different. Okay, but
words have meaning.
Not everybody is religious.
Well, wait, hold on. Is that a cross necklace?
It doesn't constitute, like, what do you,
wait, okay, really quick.
Not everybody's
Since
religious.
we're talking about religion really quick. Okay, you have a cross necklace, but then your shirt says, made in hell.
Yes, it does.
I'm a little confused. Can you...
Look at Candace's face. Candace is about to go in, bro. This is why I like Candace, because she like hella mean. She'll say the truth in like the most mean way, but it still be true. Like, it's almost comedy. But you can just tell by her face, bro. She's about to go in on these Jezebels.
I mean,
I'm a little confused.
The stone is red, so it matched,
Why are you wearing a cross on your neck?
Are you color coordinating with your neck?
Because I don't see a cross as religious, so...
Okay. Just like you don't see a marriage as religious. So
I don't think that a marriage...
have meaning. This is why it's like we're out of stage where people are like, what is a woman? Because they just go, well, we're going to call it a marriage, but we're going to sleep with other people. We're going to bring in...
That's a really good point she just made, bro. She's just like, this is why we're in this state that we're in as a society, bro. Because look, they ask her why is she wearing a cross. She goes, I don't see a cross as religious. What type of fucking idiocy is that, bro? What type of fucking lunacy is that? You don't see the cross as religious. It's just ridiculous.
Prostitutes, we're going to outsource raising the kids, or we're never going to have kids. You're calling it a family. It's not a family, and this is what it is. The words have no meaning, right? I'm wearing the cross. Why? I don't know. I don't think of it as religious. Okay, well, Jesus Christ died on the cross.
You think that.
That's what you think.
Wait.
It's
That's
been
what
proven.
you think.
So why are you wearing the cross?
Because I think it's cute.
You think that the design is cute.
Yeah.
Better
Wait, really
I
quick.
grew up Catholic. I was religious, and I'm not
prostitution
anymore. I don't have to believe in what you believe, and I can say that if
I didn't
somebody's...
say you had to believe. I asked you a question.
But
I
you're
said, why are
telling
you
me,
wearing the cross?
okay, and you're saying that the religious aspect of marriage is the only thing that matters. It's not, because people don't follow what you believe.
Okay, I asked you why you're wearing the cross, and you said because you thought it was cute.
Yeah,
I'm
and
glad
I do.
we got an answer. She's wearing the cross around her neck because she thinks it's cute.
I do.
Would
I'm
you
not religious.
also wear like a Star of David?
It's cute.
Like if it was cute, would you wear
Well, okay,
it?
well,
I
I
just
don't
mean
know
like
where we're going.
I'm
where this is
asking that
going.
because I wonder.
Well,
my guess is that you would think that
gotta talk.
maybe you wouldn't wear a Star of David because you're like, oh, this is maybe like disrespectful to people who are.
Are you making
You
the
see?
argument?
Out of all the girls on the panel, this is the one that's probably most likely not a complete whore. That was a very good point she just made up, bro. She was like, if it was the Star of David, would you just sport that like that? Would you not think that, oh, yo, this is possibly very disrespectful to billions of people on Earth? And then naturally she's going to say, yeah, no, I would never do that. No, blah. But it's okay to do it with the cross. So it's just like this double standard I don't understand that's going on. It's like words don't have meaning no more. You can just define anything by how you feel. It's like there's no objective meaning to things, which makes everything blurry. There's no defined lines, and like you need some sort of structure in a healthy functioning society. But is this line of thinking that's leading to the deterioration of it all?
Maybe, I mean...
No, I'm just.
The secular...
It's a very good question.
I'm just saying.
Devil's advocate here, secular argument. Someone might just say that the cross is just maybe it's more aesthetically pleasing even for an atheist. I don't know.
Sure, but liberals are all about like having
Would you wear like
respect
a
and
yarmulke?
tolerance.
It's
So
like
I'm
cute.
just.
Yo, you just hear what she just said? She just used their own like tactic against them because she was just like, yeah, I mean, liberals are all for tolerance and acceptance, so I just don't understand why she's blatantly disrespecting another group's religion, you know? It's fucking crazy. She just caught her red-handed. Just showed her she's contradicting her own philosophy, her own political leaning. Oh, this shit is just fucking hilarious.
Like wondering if you
I'm
think
asking
it's...
if would you wear a yarmulke?
I think those are very
Oh,
different
are you talking
things.
like blasphemy?
Yeah,
I'm
cross
saying-
different
I'm-
from the
I'm-
yarmulke.
I'm just
I mean, I was
asking-
raised Catholic, and that's just
Would
not
you
something
wear
that I
a
believe
yarmulke
anymore.
if you thought it was cute?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, a yarmulke is completely different than
No,
a cross
it's-
that's been
it's not.
adapted
They're
into
different.
You can buy a
Symbols of,
cross
like, a
necklace anywhere.
There's symbols of a
Okay,
religious...
the argument of why it's different basically would come down to like how Catholicism has been practiced versus Judaism, in the sense that like Catholics did use the cross symbol, tried to emplace it like in indigenous populations, tried to spread it as much as possible, and that's why in modern day a lot of people think that's like more okay, because it was meant to be popularized. It was meant to be a symbol that the masses should look up to and should see in
What
general.
is she even
versus
saying?
Jewish.
Candace has to take a sip of water because this is just fucking idiocy, bro. Like, she's just hard coping right here, bro. She's saying just because it's the most popular religion, it's okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You wanted to come
Okay,
in, go ahead.
yes. So back to the interesting brothel stories. I wanted to say we do actually have men coming in with their parents. Yeah, this actually
their
happened.
wives.
Wait.
So I had a time where a guy came in with both his parents all the way from England to come to the Mustang Ranch because he wanted to lose his virginity.
Wait, is this
And
really
his
where we left
parents-
off?
And-
I'm just not following.
And his parents
the relation to our
paid
previous-
for him to have sex with legal prostitutes. I want
Yeah.
your stance on that.
We're
because-
fucked.
What's your stance on
We're
that?
fucked.
Haram.
Earth is
For
fucked.
me,
And wait, can I
Nowadays,
just say
like,
that
we-
for me,
we
I
usually
enjoyed the
Call it
experience.
sex workers, not prostitutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
actually,
I'm
she
sorry,
said
wait,
she
wait,
said
wait.
prostitute.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
they keep.
Wait, did
it's
I-
because they keep.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like,
just-
yeah, you said
Usually
prostitute at
sex
the beginning of the
Yes,
yes,
listen.
Oh wow. So
Is
A
it
little bit more
question? Is it
demeaning.
like a? Is
Well,
it?
she said that at the
is
beginning
it
of the
this whore right here said, "Please say sex worker and not prostitute." It's the whore with morality, guys. It's the one whore that has a conscience. Isn't that cute? That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Legal
yeah,
prostitute.
she said legal prostitute.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend anybody. Is prostituted like a?
It's old school. It's still on the books, like on Nevada's books. But like the
what's the
hipper,
desire?
way to say it is sex worker.
But here's the thing with sex workers.
Personally,
that can-
me, you can call me a legal prostitute.
Yeah, she
I
said
got
it.
you. But the thing with the term sex worker is that is such a broad. It includes strippers. It includes women who take lingerie photos who aren't naked. Wait, question. Is stewardess okay? Because you're a flight attendant, so I'm just curious.
It's not the term that we
Would you be
prefer.
offended if someone referred to you as a stewardess?
No,
You get any
older people do all the time.
Doesn't bother you.
No.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure since we're
Yeah.
okay.
It's not a big deal.
Earlier it was like talked about like how, you know, sleeping or letting your husband or wife sleep with someone else is like irresponsible, or it's not a marriage anymore. Like, I'd be kind of curious of what you believe a responsible marriage is like. Or I understand that you have a religious view on marriage, but when I think about marriage, I think like I could see somebody saying they're married if it's like completely romantic, like you're not allowed to do romance with anyone else. Like, basically, what does a responsible marriage mean to you?
Marriage is not just a contract. Like, it wasn't just like the government came up with a contract for people to get married. You know, the history of marriage, you can't separate that from the church. The problem is people are trying to make things cool and trying to update and make them modern. And now people are saying you can have a polygamous marriage and you can bring in other people on the outside of a marriage. What's the point of getting married? Literally, I'd like to ask the question: if you think that you can, if you want to marry somebody and then outsource the sex, you know, outsource the responsibility, outsource what the labor of love is actually supposed to be about, why not just stay single?
So you wouldn't do a threesome with your husband?
Absolutely not, because he's my husband.
Do you
Did you
believe?
even have to ask?
The way these whores even talk to Candace, bro, is crazy. It's like they can't fathom an ideology that's different from their whore thinking, you know? She just asked her the most, like, freaking degenerate questions, like, yo, would you have a threesome with your husband? And, like, to most normal freaking moral people to be like, yeah, no, I'm married. or have a religious marriage. That is blasphemy. That is ruining our marriage. And she says no. And they're just like, oh my God, you're so prude. You're so old school, traditional. This is sad.
Ask that to get the answer. I mean, there's married couples that want to have threesomes, and
you know
some
what
of
happens?
these ladies are bi-curious.
You should jump into those Reddit threads because every single time that marriage ends in divorce, there's so many Reddit threads.
No,
about,
they don't.
And a lot of them actually do
regulars
really
of
well
over 5
too.
years.
Okay.
And
There's
they're
some that
not
do
divorced.
really. Do you believe atheists
Candace
can
is just
get
like,
married?
all right, whatever you
I
say.
think atheists get married because they want a tax break. I don't see the point in an atheist getting married. Why don't you just live with your partner, okay? Whoever it is that you're dating, you're at the stage you said, I don't know if you live with your boyfriend or whatever it is. Why take the next leap? If you're wearing crosses for fun and, you know, it
I mean,
seems
if
like
you're
you're
actually
in a-
asking
yeah,
the question,
yeah.
I mean, because then I would just be pledging the fact that I would want to be with them forever.
But
I don't really.
you can just be with them forever. So why? What is it
Right,
that you
but-
crave that when you want to get married? What's that next step for you? What does it mean? What's the difference between dating and marriage?
Because it's a commitment.
Is dating not a commitment?
It's a commitment, but it's saying a
But
next
you're
step. It's
within-
solidifying it.
Okay, solidifying what? Because if
Solidifying
you're,
a bond between two people that love each other.
Okay, but what is solidified? If you can then jump into that next commitment, which is the exact same as dating, and you can sleep with other people and you can put topless photos on the internet, what are you getting married for? Pictures on Instagrams to say you did it?
I mean, I'm not sleeping with other people.
What's the
but
difference for you between dating and marriage?
I just told you, it's a bond between two people. You're solidifying that by law. You're literally making it known. I want to be with this person forever. It isn't just a simple breakup. Oh, I can go and do whatever the fuck I want and leave. It's a partnership. It's a bond. It's forever.
But there's no difference between dating and marriage
there is a
other than the
difference.
idea in your head that it's a bond, because you're saying also
But it's not an
that
idea in my head.
okay.
It's on paper.
Oh, okay, it's the paper. That was the
But
point
it's
I
not
was
a
making.
tape. But I'm saying.
Yo, this is just the difference between a critical thinker and somebody who just takes things at face value and does no further critical thinking, bro. Because Candace is just essentially challenging all her thinking, and she can't back it up, bro. She's just like fumbling, grasping for words, and she knows she sounds stupid. And Candace is just like having a field day over here with these whores, just like showing them you're wrong, you're stupid, you're a whore, you're degenerate. come to Jesus. But yo, yeah, this is funny.
It's not a tax break. It's a legal thing.
And I think
I'm
for people that are
connecting to
committed-
somebody for the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, I think for people that think about marriage and don't think about a cross as something funsy to wear, it's not a piece of paper. You know, it is a union between a man and a woman, a sacred union that should be protected from external forces. Definitely not something that you open up. How I would feel disgusting if my husband ever came to me and said, I want you to sleep with another man or sleep with another woman so that I can fill my sexual fetish. I mean, it's
Adam
it's
22,
our
yeah.
version of what it means to be married, and it will lead to divorces. People that have this perspective will, and I'm not saying that if you don't do it, you won't get divorced 100%, but I do want to say that there is probably a reason that a lot of sex workers struggle to find people that want to marry them.
Well, can I say a lot
I
of the
disagree.
perversion that comes if you are not going to be acceptant with your partner, if he comes to you and is like, hey, I really like getting pegged, I want you to peg me.
Yo, she has to be kidding, bro. She's dead serious, though. I think this woman is dead serious. The way she just asked that, like it was so normal, bro, and like duh. Obviously, any open-minded, smart person would say yes. That's totally allowed. But yo, Candace about to mollywop her. Just watch.
And you're like, ew, that's so disgusting. Like, I would never do that. You want me to eat your ass? I would never do that. Well, then, okay, what are you going to do? Divorce him? Or what are you going to do? Realistically, I'm asking you. I'm asking, hold on, I want to know. What are you going to do? That's your husband. He's like, hey, babe.
I think one of the things about marriage that's really beautiful is I know what my husband, before we got married, I think I know who he is.
But things change, and maybe he wants to start exploring.
He wants to start doing what?
He wants to start exploring, and he's like, oh my God.
It's like they trying to corrupt Candace, bro. It's like they just want her to join the dark side. She just come over to this side. Anything's allowed. Anything goes. Just dive in head first into the degeneracy. Just dive in. Come join. Peg your husband. Eat that butt. She's not going for any of it.
Gosh, maybe I do want you to like eat my ass, and I kind of.
And I think it's because they feel bad. Like all of these whores are just coping. This is just hardcore cope, bro. They just want Candace to agree with her so they can feel better about themselves. Because in their mind, if they're like, we can get this, conservative, sane, regular, normal woman, moral woman to engage in these degenerate activities, I guess we're not so bad then. Nah, bro. Y'all got Candace fucked up. Got Candace fucked
I want
up.
you to peg me. Like I kind of want anal penetration from you because you're my wife and you're so beautiful and hot, and we're married and we have kids together, and I'm feeling a little bit kinky, and I with you, since we have this special marriage and bond. How would you feel if we could just try this out just this one time, babe, please?
I think it would probably indicate to me that my husband was involved in some perverse world, whether it was through pornography, that something else was happening on the side, because these aren't normal things that people just think of when they wake up.
So
like,
what's your
hey,
next
I'd
move?
really like a strap-on dildo.
Okay, right.
Well,
So what's your next move?
What's the ultimatum? He's going to divorce me if I don't peg
what's
him?
what's your next move?
Crazy. I would think that individual would probably need therapy and not the kind that you give.
Okay, and but
All right, y'all. That's just basic. That's all I want to go through right now. As you can see, this is 4 hours long. Try not to lose any brain cells if you watch this whole thing. But yeah, I just thought this was funny. Wanted to show y'all that little clip. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all think Candace was right? Or were the Jezebels right? You know, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Anyway, right guys, stout.